Testing, testing. Make sure it's coming through the right mic. I forgot when we switched over. I think. Is it this one? Hello, hello, hello? That sounds clearer, right? When we did our Twitch stream with Bethany last Thursday, I forgot I switched my mic, so. Hello, everybody! Here we are. Hi, hi! Origin, that's Cass, right? Welcome, how have you been? Let me see if I need to adjust my camera. I think if I just scoot over, I'll be fine. I look like Uncle Iroh right now with the little, the half up, and then this, I have a little scrunchie, but it's black, so. Yeah, it's Cass, I'm good, how are you? Good? We are all doing good. We're gonna be down for Christmas. I don't know if we're gonna get around to seeing everyone, but hopefully we'll get to see or we'll be up for Christmas, I guess is what I should say. Let's see. That'll stay. We're gonna work on some toothless hats. I'm cutting out the eyes right now. And I was working on an angel keychain, but I don't think I'll finish that right now. But I can show off what it looks in just a minute, what it's looking like. Oh, I forgot to post that we're live. Let me do that. Maybe you can make it for Christmas Eve? Yeah, maybe. Are you guys doing anything for Christmas Eve? I don't know what our plans are. Hopefully we'll be driving down before Christmas Eve. I don't think we'll be driving on Christmas Eve, hopefully. But you never know with Joey's work schedule. Let me post in the Discord that we are live. And then I can post on Instagram too. I like rarely post on my stories. Or I rarely post anything lately. But I did think of a good idea to show off these has-been hotel mystery bags. I think would be good in like a TikTok reel or something like that. Instagram reel. Cool. I think everything is posted. Joey's here. Yay! Yeah, we go to our mom's for Eve every year. Has-been hotel. How much? I might get one. I'm not sure on a price yet. I'm doing like these little mystery bags right now, and they're gonna be for my conventions right now, and we'll see how they do. But yeah, I'm still thinking about price. Gonna be like $10 to $12, and then this is just angel dust, not stuffed yet, but they look like this, and then they'll have a little backpack clip, and then they'll fit right in here, and I'll put like a cute little sticker. But yeah. So let us cut some toothless eyes. If my microphone will quit flipping around. Okay, my music is still playing. I was like, it got really quiet. I had it louder when I was just listening to it before the live, and then I was like, oh wait, this is way too loud for the live. Cute, my friend is in love with that show. Yeah, it's really popular right now. That's why I'm hoping it'll do good at my convention in Columbus, Ohio. Which is my last show of the year. And then I'll probably list like everything else on my website that's like ready to ship. I meant to put socks on instead of the slippers that I have on right now. Because I know I'm going to start getting hot with this lights and stuff too. And drinking coffee. To everyone that's celebrating Thanksgiving this week, what are you guys most excited to eat? Joey and I are going to make like a green bean casserole, and I think some kind of dessert. Not sure if it's going to be some kind of angel food cake or lemon cupcakes again. I think it'd be really cute if we could decorate them, like if we did cupcakes and decorate them as a turkey, but I don't know right off how we would do that. Like we have piping bags and stuff, but he's gonna make me watch Hamilton. Never watched Hamilton before. Have you? Is it good? Hamilton the musical? Yeah, I love Hamilton. Which my degree is in like theater, so definitely love theater. And I mean, I really love musicals. But yeah, it's one of my top. You love stuffing? That's a good one. Joey's been talking nonstop like all week about stuffing. So I hope someone makes some good stuffing at my family's Thanksgiving, or he's gonna be really sad. There will definitely be stuffing. It's just, will it be good? We don't know. I'm not throwing away my shot. Yeah, that's from Hamilton. Lots of good quotes. Like, I feel like I quote it weekly. Make sure I'm still in frame after I move my machine. Oh, I forgot. Is that check out my Patreon? I thought I deleted that one. I thought I just put something about liking this video, which you guys should do. If you haven't, go ahead and give it a like. Let me find my chat bot, cloud bot, whatever its name is. Sorry, guy. Timers? Yeah. Okay. And actually, let me. Okay, see, I have one already that says like this video and subscribe. And then member. Okay, so we can actually just delete this. Okay, actually, let's change this to website. Okay, we'll leave it for now. It just says, see an item you like? Check out linearoundsewing.com and buy it. But I'll probably want to change that later. But that's what we have for now. That's a generic idea. I tried out my embroidery machine, like cutting the little toothless like horns, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. To see if that's something that I would like. Because sometimes if it's little bitty things that take a while to make, I'm like, let me see if I can do it on my embroidery machine. And I think they turned out pretty good. I haven't got to test them yet, but this is what it looks like if you can see kind of the outline. There's a little like side horns. And I have to do 4 per hat. And we're going to make 3 toothless hats right now. So this will help things go by faster. I have 2 Etsy orders, and then I would like to take 1 to my convention in a couple of weeks. So might as well go ahead and make one and put put it aside. Is anybody gonna do any Black Friday deals? Or do you know of any good Black Friday deals? I haven't looked a whole lot because I'm like trying not to spend a whole lot of money. But I mean, I used to love going to Walmart and getting like things for cheap, but it just doesn't, like, I don't know, it just feels like that doesn't happen anymore. Uh-oh, one of the puppers is mad. I think it's Obi. Oh, goodness. It is definitely Obi. Hold on. Alright, it is the mailman, which I thought he already came. But I guess not, because that is him. That is who Obi's barking at. I'm gonna get some socks to change into. Come on, pups. This is a sock! Did he just try to steal my sock out of my hand? Got some... Oh, actually, these aren't Pikachu. They say Pokemon, and I thought that they would have Pikachu on them since they're yellow, but no, they just say Pokemon. But we got them at GameStop with our $5 rewards that we get every month. We're also watching Tia's dog, Violet. So if you see a little small dog run through, that would be her. It's a big change from having like 3 big dogs and then occasionally you see a small dog run by. So didn't want you guys to get spooked. But yeah, Black Friday, we used to, our family would kind of go and we would have like each person go somewhere different sections to get stuff. And then we'd all meet back like in one location. But yeah, I guess we've just all kind of grown out of it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, or I guess the deals just aren't as good either. Hello, welcome. How are you, Dr. Miss Raven? I'm always worried that I'm going to get you and Wonderland, South of Wonderland mixed up because she also has a different name that appears sometimes, but hers is Viperous Girl or Girly or whatever, so I just have to think sometimes to make sure I'm saying the right one. Welcome. Glad you could make it. Thanks for coming to the Twitch live too for a little bit. I meant to say when I posted that in Discord that it was Bethany and I doing like a crafting thing, but I realized I just posted that we're live on Twitch and like if people came to my Tuesday live, then they would have known that I was talking about doing one with Bethany on Thursday. But then when I checked today, I was like, I realized I didn't say... Like, people could have just thought it was the usual Tuesday stream, but on Thursday. But we still had fun. We had people come, and it was really nice to have... Violet, stop eating your toes. It's really nice to have someone to immediately talk to, if I like immediately like answer back. And also I didn't have to like always feel the quiet, like if I'm streaming by myself. So I hope we can do it again, because I really liked it. I just know this Thursday's Thanksgiving, and then next Thursday we will be at GalaxyCon Columbus. So online shopping is easier and most of the time better. That is true. Then you don't have to get out either. Also, I think this Steam winter sale is going on soon. And when it does, I'm going to see if my Casting of Frank Stone game that I want so bad is on sale. And if it is, I'm going to buy it and hopefully stream it. But if it's not, I'm probably still going to buy it. But, I mean, streaming it is still up in the air. I have a plan for my shop next month. Oh, okay. Do you want to share what your plan is? Let us know. I was really thinking about doing a beanie, just like taking pictures of all my beanies and uploading them as like a Black Friday deal on my website and like doing like a discount. But I don't know if I have time. Like, I don't know if I want to try to do it, because I know that if I do it and then I don't sell anything, then I will really beat myself up about like all that time that would seem to have been wasted when I could have been working on like GalaxyCon Columbus prep. And I guess technically that would have worked, like that would overlap with GalaxyCon, because whatever beanies I made for the shop update would go to GalaxyCon too. But I don't know. I think the main part is like taking the pictures and uploading the pictures and making the listings. Like, that's the part that I would be like, oh, wasted time. And I'm bad about beating myself up about that kind of thing. I'm going to keep my shop open for the first week of December, and the rest of the days it'll be closed. Okay. So I don't get people ordering the week of Christmas. Yes, that's very smart. I always worry about that. Usually I try, for my Etsy at least, I try to put some kind of disclaimer if I still want to keep my listings up, but I don't want people messaging me 100 times being like, will this make it in time for Christmas? So usually if it's close, I'll put, you know, you understand that this will not arrive by Christmas, and they have to like click yes or type yes in the box. That's very handy, but if you have a lot of listings, it's kind of annoying to go and change all of those listings. So the other thing I do is I will change a lot of my listings to just have like 1 or 2 items when it gets really close, and then if it sells out, I'll just leave it sold out for a little bit. Because lots of times, no one else is ordering right after the Christmas cutoff until we start getting close to February for Valentine's Day. And then I'll get occasional people be like, I have to message them and be like, just so you know, this won't be in for Christmas. And they're like, that's fine, it's a Valentine's Day gift. I was like, good for you for being prepared. We love that. We still have a few people I think we need to shop for Christmas gifts, but overall I think we're doing pretty good. It's very nice that we don't have to really buy Christmas gifts for my side of the family, except for like the kiddos. And I was thinking I like to get them games or experiences or some kind of food. Like, my nephew really loves sour candy, or I think he likes hot stuff too, but not like super hot. You know, we're not trying to do like California Reaper or anything like that. Or Carolina Reaper, whichever one it is. And I think, which his birthday is in January too, so it's hard getting him back-to-back gifts. But last year I got him Kerplunk, and he already had it, which is like that marble game with the sticks. And I was gonna return it, but my mom didn't have it at her house, so she ended up keeping it. So then I really didn't get him another Christmas gift. I just got him a different birthday gift, and it was like a sour candy pack. But I might see if they have some kind of cool bundle of random snacks or something. I should have got him one of those mystery boxes at this mall. We went to this mall, and there's like a snack candy place, and they had mystery boxes for sale. I should have got him one of those. There's still time though. But then, like, I have two older nieces. They're just honestly gonna get cash. And then two younger nieces and a nephew who are kind of at an age of like, I don't know what to get you because you're still a baby. Last Christmas, they were both baby, like fresh babies, and I just got them some kind of teether things. And this Christmas, they're a little bit, I mean, they're older, of course, they're a year older, but it's still like, I don't know what you want and what you don't already have that you would need. So, I don't know. The thing I would love to do is just give them money to go into like their savings account That's what my grandpa used to do every Christmas and birthday. And it's very nice. I think we want to set one up for our baby. Sometime, I guess. I don't know. Sometime before she gets here, I guess. Because I think it's nice. That's how I was able to buy my first car, was from money that my grandpa had given me every year. My music seemed really quiet. I don't know if that's any better. Someone just placed an order for 3 Evolution hats. And I was like, oh gosh. I'll have to check which one it is, but I think it's Leafeon, Glaceon, and Umbreon. Which I do have 1 or 2 Leafeons done, actually. I think I just have 1. But Glaceon I haven't made in a while. And then Umbreon's pretty popular. I have some pieces cut out for it. Kind of like with the Toothless, I always have stuff kind of already cut out because it's a pretty popular one. We finished Arcane. Again, no spoilers, but we finished it. It was good. But man, like, we kind of like got beat up by our shows that we've been watching, like as in bawling our eyes out with Dandadan and Arcane. And we've been watching Ramna 1.5, but it hasn't been sad that I recall. There hasn't really been tears. But it was almost like back to back because Arcane's on Saturdays and then Dandadan's on Thursdays. And I think we were late one week to watching Dandadan when it came out. And so it was kind of like Friday and then the next day, Saturday for Arcane. And it's like crying for both of them. We're like, why? We don't want to watch TV anymore. They've also brought back the Fortnite season from 2020, and we've been playing it. And it's been really fun getting back into it. And I think the season ends this week, so luckily they like moved the battle pass, or made it like easier to get, so. But Joey hasn't got to level 50 yet, which is what you need to like complete the full battle pass, so gonna have to get him to level 50. He was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. Because he's like, oh, I'm never gonna get to level 50. I was like, we can do it, we have the rest of the week. And he's like, yeah, but I don't know if I want to. go through the pain of fording every night. I guess I can bring this whole box over here. This is the only thing that's in here, but this is easier because then the box isn't in my way. I had my niece come yesterday and cut these out for me. And I had her cut some link hats as well. So that's been nice to have some stuff prepared. And like all of those drawers have stuff somewhat prepared, but they're kind of all halfway prepared. So I want to do one stream day. Maybe it'll be next week if I'm not overloaded with orders, to just go through those bins and see what I have and just make stuff. Be like, oh, I have a yellow cut. We can either do Pikachu, Jolteon, Jake the dog, and then like have you guys pick which one to do. Even though I have an order for a Jolteon and I have an order for a Flareon on my website. And that's the only thing bad about my website is sometimes I forget that if someone placed an order, because it doesn't like line up with my Etsy, where Etsy, I check that every day. And it gives me like a timeline. It keeps me, it holds me more accountable. But I really need to start pushing my website, because if I'm going to be doing less conventions next year because of the baby, my website costs about like $30 a month. And I still sell on Etsy, but I still want to make sure that that is profitable. Now with conventions, it is, because it's all in one place. It keeps track of what I sell in person. And honestly, if I'm still just doing like 3 conventions a year, it's still worth it. But I would just hate for that to be the only reason that I'm using it for. Like, I want people to buy from my website too. I'm gonna have to get my coffee warmer back out, because it's warm coffee season and my coffee is getting cold too fast. I worked on poros last week and now there's white fuzz. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna have to take a lint roller to these toothless hats. But if you guys are interested in a toothless hat, check out my website. I actually am not sure if Toothless is on there. I need to check. I know I have all the evolutions listed and they all have like weird names. I think it's like Water Dog and Fire Dog, Dark Dog. And I did add my Totoro hat on there, and it is called Neighbor Hat or Scooty. And honestly, I need to start rocking these hats more. I need to wear them to like even conventions that I'm not even a part of or like selling at. I'm doing 2 markets next month. Both are at the mall. Okay, the same mall that you usually do. Nice. He is. What did I say? Oh, Toothless? Toothless was on my website? Is that what he's saying? I'm so happy to have help with cutting, but sometimes Peyton doesn't pay attention where she puts her pieces, and this one is like was riding the edge of the fabric, so it had the bias. But it's okay, we fixed it. I think it'll be fine. It's looking okay. And some of it is my fault too, because I forget. I did fix the pattern, but sometimes I forget that people don't, like when they come and cut for me, they don't know what the pattern is supposed to look like. And my patterns have been through a lot, so some of them have corners cut off of them and stuff. And then I'm like, wait, why does this not come to a point? And then I go and look at the paper pattern and I'm like, oh. Yeah, they cut it correctly. I just need to do better about making sure my patterns are correct. And then I go back and forth because I want to get my ponies listed, my pony hats on my website, because that is something that I do think would do good. Even on Etsy, just having them always listed, kind of like I do the Evolution hats. But I don't have half of them. I don't have them made. I'd have to remake Twilight, Applejack, and Fluttershy. And I might have to remake Rainbow Dash. I think I had one and then I sold it recently. But sometimes I'll be watching vlogs, especially the pony convention videos, and I see someone with my hat, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my hat in the wild. I have started putting tags in my beanies, so that's good. So hopefully people, like if people ask like, oh, where'd you get that beanie, now if they like look inside, they can see my tag. It's just not on the outside like some hats are, where it's like visible. It's on the inside, so they'll have to look. I put it right next to where the material that's used. So if they check in there, then they'll see my tag. And honestly, that's where I would look for a tag if somebody was like, oh, where's your hat made? I'm like, oh, I don't know, let me see. But you know, now that I think of it, I think, does this say handmade or, I think it just says homemade. Okay, it just says made. Spot clean only, made by Megan Younce. And then has my website, linearoundsewing.com, which is, that still fits. I would recommend spot cleaning your beanies if you need to, even though I've put some in the washer before and and dryer, and it's fine. It just, that material really likes to pick up fuzz. So if you wash it with like towels or a sweatshirt or anything that is very fuzzy, it will pick up whatever color that is. We're just pinning all the hats right now, if you guys are wondering. Kind of going into that factory mode where we do the same thing 3 times and then switch to something different. I had somebody message me on Etsy about doing a kigu, like a onesie. And I would love to, I just don't, I love making them. I don't like making them for other people that I don't have like their size. Like if I was making one, I would want to make sure I can measure that person. I want the exact measurements. And I want to be able to do like fittings, especially with the kigu, because those are like a couple $100 price range, and not to mention like materials. And I'm just would be worried, like that's a one-of-a-kind item that they wouldn't be able to return, and if it doesn't fit, like what am I gonna do with it? So I told them, unfortunately, I don't, like I can make them a hat if they want, but I don't do the kigus because of that reason. And they're like, would you be able to do like a hoodie? Because they said that who they were getting it for is not like a hat person. And again, I was like, unfortunately, even with hoodies, that's getting into the size parameters, and I would need to know exact measurements. So I told them, unfortunately, no, I still don't feel comfortable making a hoodie. Even though I've done, I think I made like an Umbreon zip up one time, and I went off of a paper pattern sizing chart. And it was made out of fleece and stuff too, but I just... Sometimes when people ask for something, I'm like, oh. Sometimes I'm like, yes, I can do this. This sounds like a great idea. And then sometimes they ask me, and I'm like, I could. And like we talk about it and we like agree to it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do it. And then I'm like, why did I say yes to this? I was having doubts about it before. And usually there's some kind of a problem that occurs, and I regret taking the order. So one time I took an order for a linked hat that someone wanted different materials. And I'm like, that's really different. It doesn't have any stretch. It's gonna be really hard for it to make sure to fit your head just right. That way it sits on your head, but it's not too tight. And sure enough, the measurements was too tight. Even though I didn't want to make it too big so that it would fall off, but I also wanted to make sure that it wasn't too tight, and it still ended up being too tight. And it's in one of my vlogs. I think I showed it in one of my lives too, but I'm like, I really hated how that hat turned out. The materials, it was like satin, and it didn't look good. it was one of those things where I was like, I don't want people to think that this is my work. I can do better than this. I wonder if I should move some of this. My cords like sometimes knock over my thread, but I want to move my machine down here so that you guys can see it, and I also have like more table room. All right, time to sew a lot of straight lines. So that we can sew up these hats. So yeah, when they messaged me about the hoodie, I was like, I don't feel like I'm gonna be happy taking this order. Like, I feel like something's gonna come up and it's just not gonna fit right, and then what am I gonna do with this hoodie or this kigu that doesn't fit? The good thing with the kigus though is they can be like oversized and it's fine. So I could just, if I was nervous, go overboard and make it super big. Okay, let me see what the air is looking like right now. Some kind of toasty. Put it down. Also, I see that Alexa has a notification, but I'm not going to ask her what it is because Joey told me he ordered some Christmas presents for me and to not talk to her. Not talk to her, don't open any boxes, and don't check the Amazon account. But the thing is, there's a few things that I want to order for him, but I can't order it on our Amazon account, so I'll have to use my parents'. My bobbin, he is pretty much out. Open the windows. What's the temp? I don't know. It was cool when I went out to the mailbox this morning, but the EC was already on, so might as well use it. Oh, inside it was 68, so I put it down to 66. And I could go put shorts on. I'm in my comfy sweatpants. I don't know if Cass is still here, but I know there was tea and I need to know what it was. But that was like almost a month ago, I think. So if y'all haven't watched my last vlog, or like the latest vlog that went up last Friday, I of course announced my pregnancy, but most of you guys already knew that, I think, because I talked about it on here. And I kind of went through what the plan was going to be for 2025, and I'm not going to be at MegaCon. My friend Tia is going to be selling for me. So my stuff will be there, but I won't physically be there. Which I think is going to be for the best. I'm sure I'm going to like be sad that I'm missing out, but also I know I would be miserable there, and I'm not trying to put myself into early labor. And then I can be home also working on stuff for Lexington Comic-Con. So if like something sells out at MegaCon, Tia can give me the update and I can be like, okay, and start prepping for that. Like if, oh, Toothless hats sold out. All right, I'll start making more Toothless hats. Or I'll just be working at the shop too and make extra money that way. Now my coffee is really gonna get cold. This is why I should just drink iced coffee, but it's just doesn't hit the same as a warm coffee when it's cold outside. I think one of the dogs is snoring in the other room. I really wanted to make Oreo balls for Thanksgiving because that's kind of like my go-to. That's the thing that I make almost every Thanksgiving or Christmas. But I know if I make Oreo balls, I will eat most of them. Because I think there's a few people in my family that like them, but for the most part, I end up taking them home with me, and then I eat them all. But that does remind me that Joey was talking about making cake pops. So we could make cake pops for Thanksgiving. And then that could kind of be an in-between of Oreo balls and like cupcakes. I think Joey and I could open up a little bakery and it would be really cute. We just wouldn't be able to do it in our house because we have the dogs and there's always dog hair everywhere. But I think we'd be so good with a cute little bakery shop. Need a mold and sticks. Okay. So if we go back into town maybe, because I think I'm gonna need some more prenatals soon, which I should have got those yesterday, but I didn't pay attention. So if I need to go back into town for prenatals, I'll go to Walmart and I'll scope it out. I used to have some sticks in my bedroom at my mom's house, but I don't know if they're there anymore. There's a little cut place, but I was making sure it wasn't like too far deep where it was gonna like go past the sewing point. Also, Joey's fingernail was like ripping off at the inside of his thumbnail, and now I have that too. I don't know what we did. Mine's not as bad as his though, because my fingernail is like longer, the white part. I can just pull it off, but I don't want to do that right now because it's gonna get hung on everything, which it's already getting hung on everything. That's how it's making it worse. But it's gonna be uneven, and the only way to make it even again is to like get a file and stuff. So I'm gonna try to just not bother it. I don't think it would hurt or anything. His like was really hurting him because it was so far down. Lollipop sticks? Yeah, is that what I said? Yeah, they're like the little paper, kind of like Starbucks has on their cake pops. I used them for my, I think it was actually my 16th birthday. To put little Pokemon characters on, because for my 16th birthday, I did a Pokemon themed birthday. And we did a like Pokemon Stadium map. Or I guess actually it was the stadium from Super Smash Brothers. And we made the cake like that, and then put little Pokemon on the lollipop sticks and stuck them in the cake. We like laminated little Pokemon cutouts. It was pretty cool. My favorite cake I think I ever had. One of my other birthdays, I think it was my 13th birthday, I got an iPod Nano cake, and it was blue, like the color of my iPod Nano that I had. And it was pretty cool, I think. I, of course, also had a Twilight cake. But instead of like a picture of Edward or whatever, it was a picture of me that I had took, like a selfie of me with the poster of Edward behind me, and like me looking up like this at him or something. It was really cringy. But that was on my birthday cake. That was probably my 12th or 14th. Like if my iPod Nano was my 13th, which I don't know how accurate that is, that had to be somewhere around there too. 7th and 8th grade.
Yes. Oh yeah. If you want gift reactions like these, shop items that will make everyone.
Do you guys have a favorite birthday cake that you've had?
Gifts that say "I get you." Etsy.
I wish I had a list of all mine. I'm sure I could go through the photos and find them, but I tried to set up Spotify, because I heard that Spotify has free copyright free music. But when I went to try to log in, I didn't know my password, so I gave up. So maybe next week. I should have just stayed logged into Tia's Spotify. I was too poor to get cakes. You got no cake on your birthday? Or just no, like, decorative cakes? Which I'm not saying that I got, like, those $100 cakes that you see now. Mine was probably, like, 50 or something from a family friend that made cakes. And her cakes were so good. It was like I think it was like a buttercream, but it was like a sugar frosting. Not like the whipped cream frosting. I do not like the whipped cream frosting. $20 cake. Is that the cakes that you had, are you saying? Or like, you wouldn't pay more than $20 for a cake? Because I know you've already talked about this. We're gonna make our kids cakes, is what he says. Which is fine. I've made several of my niece's cakes too. I made a unicorn cake, made a dog cake. That's all I remember right now. My mom made a really cool Heartland cake, which is like a TV show. Cheap store cake. Sometimes those are pretty good. And my cakes weren't like tier cakes by any means. They were like the sheet cakes that just had stuff on them. I can probably pull up the Pokemon one at least. I think it's on my Facebook and it's like saved under my... Or actually it might be on Line Around Sewing's Facebook. Because I think I had an album labeled like and more. And this is Halloween parties. They just make it so hard to look at photos on like business pages, I feel like. Here we go, Pokemon party. So here's... Oh, I also forgot, I think... Oh no, that was halfway through. I was like, oh, we ran out of icing? No, we just... I took a picture, a progress picture. A whip picture, a work in progress. There's the stadium. And then I asked everyone that was coming to my party, like, what their favorite Pokemon was. And so then I laminated. So we have Tauros, Umbreon, Lucario, Snivy, Mew, and then like on the other side, I think I also added some that were also my favorite. Like Lapras is my favorite, but I also liked Axew, and I don't think that was anybody's favorite. I think I just we're like, oh, we need 6 and 6. Good times. Oh no, I lost my chat. There we go. Yeah, I have to like dig up the photos somewhere else though, because that was before Facebook was a thing. So those are in the abyss of like USB flash drives. I'm sure they have like cake pop turkey molds, but if they did, we'd still have to decorate them as turkeys. And that seems like either you gotta use fondant or you'll have to just like do some kind of little cutouts. Or I guess you could do like melted chocolate, which seems like more than I was wanting to do. Because I was like, oh, for the feathers, but you could like melt some chocolate and like attach them to the back of the cake pop. Okay, we have 2 more of the hats to sew. The long pieces. I also worked on some Lethal Company dies. I'll show you. They're not like completely done. I finished 2 this morning, but this is what they look like before I finish them because they're on the embroidery machine. But yeah, I had 2 orders for those on Etsy. I also had 2 or 3 of the Lethal Company keychains, not the acrylic ones that I have, but the plush ones. And I shipped those out yesterday. So I'm making 5 for GalaxyCon Columbus. And I'll probably go and work like all day at the shop tomorrow, so I'm trying to prepare some stuff to work on. And I should be getting in some bucket hat blanks so that I can also work on some more Pikmin and Korok bucket hats. I had someone message me and ask, because I have the pink Kirby beanies, and someone asked if I could do the face on like yellow and do like a yellow Kirby, and I was like, yeah, as long as you don't mind this like, it's kind of like a dandelion yellow is what I would call it. So that's the only color yellow, honestly, that you can get unless you want like neon yellow. And they said that was fine. I started playing Fortnite again, like I said, but I've also, because of Arcane, started playing League again. And in TFT right now, they have Arcane, like, themed. And I played ARAM for a little bit, and I really liked ARAM. I was really enjoying it. But then I was like, I can feel the obsession coming. Because I just wanted to keep going. And then we had to cook dinner. Even though I know Joey already started on dinner, and he could have done it by himself. But I always feel bad if I'm not helping or doing something. It's kind of like when one person is cleaning and you're like just sitting there and you're like, I feel like I should be doing something. So then I also want to like start cleaning or something. And I was like, do I play a real game of League of Legends? Not with, like, it would still be bots. Because ARAM is with all real people, but you can play just on the, I think it's Wild Rift is what it's called. And play with a team of real people and then against a team of bots. But then I was like, I don't even remember. I'll have to like look up who goes where because I don't know if there's still like bot lanes. You know, if this person is still in the bot or if they moved and changed them. Because some people on there are mean. But I did find a character that I liked by playing ARAM, and I think she's a support, so I could dip my toes in. This is the last big long piece. I have to put a fingernail on my band. I have to put a fingernail on my band-aid. Might have to put a band-aid on my fingernail so that it quits getting hot. That's kind of driving me crazy. I did get 2 poros done for MegaCon. Or not MegaCon. I was going to make them for MegaCon and give them to Tia because she's going to fly to Florida before and she can like leave them with her mom. But then I decided that I didn't want to send stuff that could potentially be sold at GalaxyCon or for Christmas orders. Because we didn't have a problem with space last time when it was me and Bethany. Because she's got an SUV. And that was me taking like a whole lot of stuff. I don't think I will have that much stuff, and I didn't even sell. I like sold half of it, I think. And unless the economy does a quick turnaround, I don't expect to do more, because that was at the beginning of last year, and that was already down from the year before, and I had more stuff. And plus, just thinking about, will I have time to make as much as I did last time? Because I was prepping. I didn't even have a December convention last time, so I was prepping pretty much, which we just moved to, but I was prepping November to February. But I did sell a lot of stuff at KatsuCon before MegaCon, so we won't have that problem this time. I'm just gonna go ahead and lint roll this while it's flat on the table. I usually try to take a lint roller to my conventions, but I kind of forget, or I think it gets lost in my suitcase and then I can't find it. But because I have like so many plushies that shed, like Appa sheds, Momo sheds, those Poro sheds, I like to take it just to give it a quick little sweep. Because I don't want people thinking that it's like dog hair. Sometimes it might be dog hair, because we do have dogs. But I don't want people thinking that, you know, my dogs are rolling all over this fabric or anything. I'm like, I promise you, it is put away in a closet. And I have like candles and air fresheners in there too. Not like lit, but you know, like opened, so that hopefully the fabric smells good too. I'm kind of self-conscious because at one of my conventions I had, I think it was a mom, sniff one of my hats, and I was like, does it smell bad? And now I think about that on the daily. And she said no, but I don't know, she could have been saving my feelings. We were still in the apartments when that happened, and on the 3rd floor, so anything that the people were doing below us would come up there. So smoking of any kind would come up there. You know, any kind of food smells. And then not to mention that we had dogs too, so we try to keep it smelling the best, but also candles and wall scents, they're not good for us and they're not good for dogs, but I mean, we still have some. I just try not to go overboard for our health. We were using diffusers for a while, which is not good for cats. Like, I don't think any of those essential oils are good for cats. And then some of them aren't good for dogs either. But there's not a lot of those that I like. Like, I only like peppermint and kind of like lavender. That's about it. Sorry, I just realized you're probably hearing the like zoop, zoop, zoop. And I think this one's almost out. I can't remember if this is the one that I got. No, this. I have a brand that you keep the bottom and you refill the top, but I'm not sure if this is it. One of the things that I know that Joey purchased off of Amazon though is the air blower that is like, instead of canned air, it's like a mechanical battery operated or like charging thing. And I'm excited for that because we can use it to clean our PCs, but I also can use it to clean my like sewing machine and embroidery machines. Because the canned air is just so expensive. Like, why why should canned air be that expensive? And if it works, good. I might get one for my mom at the shop because she gets canned air, and I know she also feels the same way. Oh, but Joey, I need you to order something tonight or sometime off of Amazon for my mom. I want to get her a moss identifying book or something like that. It could be, or like Kentucky plant identifying, something like that, because when we went on a walk the other day, she was like, oh man, I used to have a book and I used to know how to identify, because she's a very outdoorsy person. And I was like, oh, perfect. I will give her that for Christmas. Even though we're not really getting gifts. But she gets me stuff all the time. I can't tell you how much maternity clothes and baby clothes that she's already bought us. So I wanted to get her a little something. Sorry, it's like blasting you guys' ears. So sometimes with my fabric scraps, I like to make the dog toys. They're just like little tie. I just get long pieces of fleece and like tie them together and make like knot toys. And Daisy, of course, is really the only one that cares about him. And so she'll steal them from the other dogs if they have them. But I made one and then she was hogging it. So then I made another one in case somebody else wanted to play with it. And right when I started making it, she dropped the other one and was just like, what you got? What you got there? I'm like, go get your other one. So then she went back to her other one and I picked this one up again because I like laid it down so that she would like go somewhere else. And immediately she was like, yeah, that one's mine. But it's fine. None of the other dogs really cared, so. Phone might die if I don't call on the way home. Oh no, I know you said it only charged to 80% last night, which I was wondering if it's because we did the update. Maybe that had something to do with it. Okay, there is one more little thing. But okay, love, you don't have to watch the stream. Don't kill your phone. Let me see what I did with my refills. Oh, there's my knife. A knife. I need to start using this Etsy tape for Etsy orders so I can get rid of it. I don't know if you guys were selling on Etsy during 2020, but they were doing a thing where I think you just had to agree that you were like okay with receiving it, but they sent you this packaging tape that just has Etsy all over it. But I was like, free packing tape? Heck yeah. I know where they're at. They're in here. Yeah. So now I just gotta find the stick thing, which I'm pretty sure is in my convention stuff. But here's the Etsy tape. It's Etsy, a more meaningful way to shop, and it's just clear, like packing tape. This is good for boxes, but it's not really, it doesn't really match my blue. Oh my gosh, look at the bump. The baby bump is bumping. But I usually just use clear tape because that color doesn't go as well with the others. Hello. Hello, Daisy May. Hello, Daisy May. Alright, I need to bring this stuffing over here. So watch out. She's not scared of it like her brother Obi is. If I open this closet just a little bit that has all my fabric in it, Obi takes off running. I don't know why. Also, I think he's scared of the toaster now. He doesn't do good with loud noises. I kind of blame that on myself because when he was a puppy, we went outside for the 4th of July and there was fireworks. So I think I kind of traumatized him. But even like if I'm breaking down cardboard boxes, he hates it. This stuffing sound, he doesn't like it. And then, yeah, the toaster, I think, lately. You good, Violet? Oh, poor baby is just scared. He, of course, doesn't like thunder, and he doesn't like gunshots if there's people hunting around the area. She's scratching. Okay, that's good. Violet. Shaking the desk. Here, do you want to say hi in case you're... Oh, sorry, baby. Come here. In case your mom watches this video. Let me show you off. Let me show her that you're alive. Here she is. Here's a Violet. She had a little hair... This probably so loud. She had her hair up in a little ponytail, but sometime during the first night that she was here, she took it out, so she doesn't have a ponytail anymore. We could have been twinsies. Oh, there's Ridley barking. Okay, goodbye. I don't know why you had to come in here, Ridley, and bark. He's alerting his siblings. I don't know what they're barking at. It's not the school bus time yet. And I don't think that they're gonna mow anymore since it is almost winter, but who knows? Someone might be mowing still. Have you guys seen the trailer for the live action How to Train Your Dragon? I know it's only like 30-second clip. It's really not that long. But it looks good from what I could see. Do I think we need a live action? No. But Toothless looks nice, which is good. They're just like making the How to Train Your Dragon world in like Universal, and I just don't feel like we need like a live action, like, and their animated series is really good too, so don't think we need any more movies or necessarily spin-off of the TV shows or anything, but just focus on the amusement park. So here I'm gonna cut out the little bitty horns, and what I usually do is sew them together in like sets of 2s so that it's easier to sew into the hat. But I'm really excited about this. I just wish that I always just want a bigger hoop, you know? Just want a bigger size hoop. But I really don't need it. Like, this does the job. But the way that this makes them, I have enough to make 1 hat, then I have 2 extra, which normally I don't like that because odds are I'm not making 1.5 hats. I'm making 1 or I'm making 2 hats. So I'm always just gonna have like extra. And the bad thing about that is sometimes with black, if you get a different dye lot, or with any fabric, honestly, if it's a different dye lot, it's not gonna match. So I might have to change this where it's either just enough to make 1 hat or try to fit like 2 more. But these are what the pieces look like. Put them over my face so you have a background. And then I sew them just a quick tack stitch like that so that they're easier to like go in the edge of the hat like this. Oh, maybe it was Amazon. That's why they were barking. Which Ridley usually doesn't bark, but at the box trucks, Obi does. But I don't know. They pick up each other's bad habits, so who knows? Depends on how bored they are. I had to go outside and get this little one, Violet, because we have a shed in our backyard, and I was kind of worried that she was going to go in there because the siding had kind of fallen off a little bit. Our dogs haven't gone in there at all. I don't think they really care. But I was worried because she hadn't seen the inside of it before. She'd be curious. And she was just sitting right there in front of it. So I like was yelling at her to like, come on, get inside. She wasn't coming. So then I started like walking towards her to see if she would come. Didn't budge. So I go pick her up and like move her towards the house a little bit and put her down. She runs right back over there. Like, she wants me to carry her into the house. I'm like, girl, you got yourself out here? So then I carried her like to the front porch, put her down in front of the front porch. The other dogs were running around crazy, so then she was like, yeah, let's go. I was like, no, get in the house. I'm not gonna dare chase you again. Because it was cold. I didn't have my shoes on all the way. I just had them like slipped on. And I'm trying not to step in dog poop. And also I'm like, girl, Too pregnant to be chasing you around this yard. But at least she doesn't do what Obi does. Obi thinks it's a game. And of course, he's a lot faster than me, even when I'm not pregnant. Oh, I forgot that that's what I was gonna get next time at Walmart. Starbucks cold brew. They had like a peppermint one. And I was gonna try it. But I was gonna see if it was all the way cold brew, where like, do I need to put creamer in it still too? Or does it already kind of have like creamer? But I think my coffee taste buds have been kind of off, because now that I'm thinking of it, we got that Delight coffee, which is like pre-made coffee. Tastes the same every time. And I tasted it, and I was like, this doesn't taste right. So maybe it's just a me thing. I was gonna make Lucifer or Nifty to make it an even 6 on the has-been keychains. And then it would look really cute to have 6 little characters on the back. But then I started thinking about it more, and I was like, I don't know. I don't really want another one. I think 5 is a good round number. And it's not an even number, but it's a good round number. And I didn't want to make it impossible if someone did want one of all of them. And that gives me more time to make more of each design. So I'm thinking, let's see, 2 would give me 10. But if I do 4 of each, that'd give me 20. And that's kind of how many I wanted. I wanted like 20 mystery bags, blind bags. That seems excessive. So I would settle for 15 if that's how far I get. But I have 1 of each of them made right now. So if I go through and just make 2 more of each design, then that should be fine. As long as there's no problems with like the embroidery or whatever. I charged both of my mics for last Thursday when Bethany and I were going to go live, but I didn't use them. So both mics should be fully charged. We should be good. This one will probably last the whole stream. And I just got ink in today for my printer. I'm on the like instant ink thing where I pay like so much a month. So that must mean my ink was getting low. which is good, just in time to print more stickers. I did some Turbo Granny designs, or I did a design that I'm going to turn into stickers. And then I reprinted my Kuromi. I don't think I did Kuromi. I did My Melody, and I did that new Sanrio character that I mean, new to me. Usahana, I believe is how you say it. So cute. And I've been cutting those out while I've been playing games. But I need to print off the Turbo Granny, but I like to do the stickers like one full sheet of like 8.5 by 11 and then another one on the other side. Ever since someone commented on one of my videos and being like, you should laminate 2 at a time and it'll prevent like them from bending, and also you're laminating 2 at a time and you don't have to worry about, because usually I would get the laminated folder thing that like opens and then you put the paper inside, and I would cut that in half and only use one, but then the other one is getting like dust on it, it's getting wrinkly, and it just felt wasteful because usually I would just end up throwing it away, or it would just have so much dust that then I have to throw the stickers away, because if I laminate it, it just gets all the dust inside. And then someone suggested that idea to laminate 2 at the same time. I was like, this is a genius idea. And I need to see if I pinned that comment, because if not, I need to do that, because that helped me tremendously. So now that's what I do, is I print 2 at a time. But my sticker app stickers should be coming in, and I actually, when I run to the bathroom next, I might go check and see if those are in. So I went to order, I was gonna order I think like 6 designs to restock. It was like Lethal Company, 2 designs from Lethal Company, Kuromi, My Melody, Cinnamon Roll, Usahana, and then there was another one, I think. And it was gonna be like $200. And I was like, no, I can't. I can't spend $200 on stickers right now. So I ended up just getting the Lethal Company designs. But then the next day, sticker app was like, our Black Friday deal is going on, save 20%. And so I'm like, okay, well, how much is it if I order 2 more sticker sets? And it was like $48 or whatever. And I'm like, I really wish though, because then I would have ordered 4 sets, 4 different sticker designs at one time with the 20% off instead of 2 separate. Shipping was free though, so that was fine. But I was like, couldn't have told me this the next day or the day before, because then, you know, if I bought $200 worth of stickers, 20% off, maybe then I would have spent that much. But I don't know, I probably wouldn't have. Okay, these horns don't get stuffed, but these bigger ones do. Your dogs are barking. That was USPS. Or UPS. My stickers are coming through FedEx, I think. But I haven't checked my email at all today. Yesterday, I checked where the package was, and it said it was going to be delivered tomorrow, which is today. But sometimes it comes later because they deliver it through the actual mail service. And I'm curious because I ordered like my Umbreon stickers through Sticker App, and Umbreon, of course, is all black. And when they printed, you could not even see any details. Like you couldn't see the eyes. And I made Umbreon like with a black outline, but the body a light black, like more towards the grayer side, so that you could see, like, you know, it has black eyes, it has a black outline, and it printed, you know, you couldn't even see those details. So I was able to message Sticker App, and they did give me a reprint for free, but I was worried that that's what might happen with the Lethal Company guy too, because he is like, the head is all black, but it has darker black detailing. So I did include a comment in my thing saying, please make sure when this, like, please don't put this too dark where the colors, the different shades of black are seen. So we'll see how they turn out. I'll probably stuff these and then run to the bathroom and check the mail, or at least check my email and the front porch. Joey made some meatball slubs. Meatball subs yesterday, and they were pretty good. I'm not a big fan of like Italian meatballs. Like, we make meatballs from scratch with like ginger and breadcrumbs and stuff, and they're really good. But I don't like fennel, which is an herb. To me, it tastes like licorice. And they use that a lot in like Italian dishes and Italian meatballs. So these meatballs did have a little bit of that taste, I think, but they were still really good. And the like sub bun that we got, the little buns, Joey like put garlic butter on them, and then we had like marinara sauce. It was really good. I would just eat the bread with the garlic. I love garlic. And the pasta sauce. Did I tell you guys about our Fazoli's thing? Our Fazoli's fiasco? It wasn't even a fiasco. The guy was really cool. I should have included it in our Danville vlog, because that's when it happened. We went and set up for Danville the night before, and we went to Fazoli's after we set up to eat dinner, and the guy was working the counter. Like, I swear he is a DM, or he would make a really good DM, because he was like talking in these different voices. He was definitely a nerd. Just not sure if it was the D&D type or what. and was like joking with Joey and I ordered mine, and then I was like, that comes with unlimited breadsticks, right? And he's like, you're eating in, like dining in? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, just watch what I can do. And I was like, okay, I'm scared. So they bring out our food, and we get, I think, like 2 breadsticks with our like meal, 2 each. And then he brings out like a whole platter of breadsticks. No, I take that back. We got like a whole plate of breadsticks, probably like 6 to 10. Then he brings out a whole nother plate of 6 to 10 breadsticks. And I was like, oh my gosh. And he's like, here's the gauntlet or something like that, come see me when you finish it or whatever. And of course we didn't. I couldn't. But that's probably the most breadsticks that I've ate of Fazoli's in my life. So then I went to go get a to-go bag to take them with me. And he's like, and you don't want any breadsticks in this to-go bag, correct? And I was like, no, I think we're pretty set on what we have right now. Thank you. And he's like, all right. Before that, to get like a to-go bag, he's like, I can get you one, but we fight at dawn. And I was like, all right. And like we shook on it. And I was like, I'll see you there. And then I have the Hamilton's dog stuck in my head. It's like, we hawk at dawn. Guns drawn. Or I guess it's gun. Yeah. So I should have asked him if he was a DM. Maybe he would let us join his D&D campaign if he has one. And I mean, this is not a huge town, and there was at least 7 people working at that Fazoli's that night, and it was not busy at all. We walk in, and of course we don't know exactly what we want, so there's like 4 people behind the counter, and they're all kind of looking at us. And I could see that there's at least 2 or 3 more in the kitchen, all like teenagers pretty much. Maybe a little bit older, like teenagers to mid-20s. And then we walk up, and they all are kind of looking at each other, like who's gonna go up to the counter and take the order. And we didn't even have to say anything. One of the other workers was like, how many Fazoli's workers does it take to take an order? But no, they were a great crowd. I didn't feel like they were like, oh, I can't believe these people came in here, like, ruining our fun. No, they just kept on, like, joking around and took our order, and her food came out, like, super fast. So, no complaints. It was a very entertaining night. But I am gonna go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna check on the mail to see if my stickers came in so that I can show them off to you guys. So I will be right back. Okay, we're back. And I have both orders of stickers in. Let me pull up the chat again. And we'll show off the stickers. Okay, let me open them over here just so I don't like accidentally show my address. There's one. There's two. And we also got another package, and it says to like me and Joey. And I don't think it's not an Amazon package. So I'm wondering if it's something off of our baby registry. So I'll wait, and when he gets home, I'll let him open it just to be safe. But all right, so we got some like freebie stuff. Looks like bugs and snails with human legs. I think this is one of the artists that they showcase. Yeah. Useless treasures. This month's thank you card collaboration artist is Useless Treasures. So yeah, I got two of those. This one's kind of bent. This one is pretty flat. So what I like to do is send them in orders, because I don't have like a sticker collection. I'm not a stationery girly. So I'd rather give them to someone that would use them. But let's look at the first one. Is our Yippee Bug from Lethal Company. When I ordered these last time, they ordered from a different company, and the colors came out a little weird. I think this color is a little better. And they did print a little dark, but I think that they'll be okay. This is a matte finish. So here's what they look like. They might look even darker on camera, but yeah. And honestly, usually like these are like 46 pieces or something. It just depends on the size and how many they can get out of a sheet. But honestly, I don't even count. I probably should. But I've counted before, and usually it's more than what I paid for. So there's those. So let's open the Lethal Company guy with them. And these do look good. These are the ones that I said I was worried about the black not showing, and it looks good. And these are also in a matte. I'm thinking I'm gonna start doing all of my stickers kind of in a matte, except for the ones I print in-house, because I don't have a matte laminate. I just have regular laminate. There he is. And this color does look good. I just know that the matte seems to scratch a little more. But it also just looks cleaner, I think. And now I'm gonna have to find a way to store these, because they don't all fit in my carrying case of stickers anymore, because I have so many stickers. All right, let's look at Kuromi. Looking good. So for this one, I just ordered Kuromi and Cinnamon Roll because my melody is not as popular, so I printed that one at home. They look good. How is it, Gigamax or Gigantamax? Lapras is coming. That's my favorite. Lapras is my favorite, not necessarily Gigantamax, but she looks good. You just can't see the details. Like where there should be an outline around, but I think it's fine. It doesn't bother me like it did for the Umbreon, where you could literally not see the Umbreon's eyes. And then cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls looks so big because it's not as tall. Make sure I get all these staples in the trash. It's not as tall, but it is wide. Look at it! Just so cute. So the only thing I didn't think is My Melody is gonna be glossy, and then these two are gonna be matte. So hopefully they won't mind. I also don't love that it doesn't cut all the way up in here the ear. So it's kind of like a really thick sticker. Because when I cut them by hand, I get up in there. So that it just like lays flatter if you're trying to put it on like a water bottle or something. But yeah, I think they all turned out good. And I would reorder them. But these should last me for a long time. Like honestly, this will probably last me for the rest of the next year. Because I ordered the Evolutions probably about the same amount. Last year. I don't know if it was before or after MegaCon, but yeah, they last me. This many stickers last me a long time. Yay! Thanks so much for checking out. And if you guys are interested in these stickers, Lethal Company for sure is on my website right now. These guys are not on there yet, but even if they're not on there, you can still message me on Instagram or whatever, and I can ship them out to you before I even put them on the website. So they are $3 a piece, but I will give you guys my convention pricing if you want to order. Like, just send me a message, and I'll give them $3 or 2 for $5 if you want any. Message me. And then it will be sent through a stamp, so you won't have to pay for shipping. But there's no tracking. Sorry, I went too long without taking a breath. So yeah, if you want stickers, message me. Also, you can combine that with other sticker purchases. Maybe that's what I could do instead of like a beanie. I can do stickers. Because that wouldn't be too overwhelming, and then it would be nice to just have a little extra money. All right, we're going to start putting together our hats. And I have a pretty good idea of where these pieces go, but I do like to make sure that I space them good. You know, I don't want the horns to be down on the side of my head or anything. Bethany also texted me and said that the Universal After Hours event at MegaCon, which we did last year, it was just Islands of Adventures, and now it's both parks for $100. So, if you guys are going to MegaCon, highly recommend that, because yes, it's for a limited time, but it's at nighttime, and you're not fighting the crowds, you're not fighting the heat. And it's basically, I mean, it's still cheaper than a pass for a whole day there, but you're not going to have to wait in, you know, hour-long lines whatsoever. So it is worth it, and that's coming from someone that had the annual pass and has done everything multiple times. Still recommend it. And I'm jealous that I can't go. But it's okay. Even if I went, that would be like paying $100 to just walk and sit. Because I can't ride any rides, so. It's not meant to be. We'll do it next year. It's fine. So this is what it looks like for one half of the hat. But I am gonna pay for like Tia's ticket if she and Bethany, of course, want to go. Kind of sounding like I might need to clean my machine, but I feel like I do every Sunday when I go live. Let me also make sure that this placement is okay, because I'm kind of like, it seems a little far down. Do you think I want to move that up a little bit? I could just need to change the needle because I haven't done that a bit, so. But I mean, it also gets like that when I am stitching through a whole bunch of layers. It's so funny though how you can like hear the difference. I don't know if you guys can, but I can because I know what it sounds like, but it almost sounds like if my machine was getting a cold. It sounds like stuffed up. So let me get a needle and change it out. I tried to add hot chocolate to my coffee to see, because I mean it doesn't sound bad, right? But it doesn't taste good. It really just like muted both tastes, so now it doesn't really have a taste. Oh, I'm taking off the presser foot. I don't need to do that. But I really just need to drink this because it's already getting cold again, and I'm not warming this up for like a 5th time. Oh no, which one did I just take off? Ow. Ow. They're both kind of sharp. Hold on, let me rewatch the footage. I think it's the one closest to my left hand. Oh dang. Actually. Okay. It's the one on my right hand. Because I put it down with the with this. So this is the bad one. This is the good one. And I technically still keep this needle unless it's like broken or bent. Because if I ever get to a point where I'm completely out of needles and I forget to order more, I have some that can get me through the day at least. Okay, now let's see if that is better or if we need to clean the machine. Also, if you guys are interested in making any presents for your family or friends for Christmas, I do have a lot of patterns. I do have some embroidery patterns. I have some sewing patterns. There's some free ones on my YouTube. So definitely check them out if you want to be crafty for your Christmas gifts. Now I'm gonna get cold though because I haven't been drinking a hot drink. And the sun's probably going down too. Maybe not yet. I just feel like it goes down so early. Need someone to the front. There we go. Trying to decide if I want to go through and pin all these first and then sew them, or if I want to sew up the whole hat and then like move on to the next hat. Okay, now it's sounding like a little squeaky, like it needs some oil, so might need to go ahead and clean it. Are you guys ever just like, no, this ruined my plan? When you have to like clean your machine or something else comes up and you're like, now I have to do this, but I don't want to. That's me, honestly, anytime I clean my machine. I should just try to start cleaning it on... When we worked in the costume shop, every Friday we would clean our machines and stuff. And that's what I should do. Just so I have a set time and day and it wouldn't affect the rest of my like projects and plans for the day. But it would be nice if I did that with a lot of stuff. Okay, it's not even that dirty. This is where it would be nice to have the air gun. But, I mean, technically I think we'll have it tonight, so I can re-clean this. Tonight will be the night. And that's it. I just like to take a piece of fleece or fur. Fur works really good because it picks up all the lip. And try to get any big fur balls. Sorry, excuse the boiling. And then I need to just get the oil. And I always say with oil, just oiling the parts that move is good. Ober-dober. And then I do like to take some fabric and go and wipe any excess oil because I don't want it to get on my fabric pieces. I need to order a new one of these for my embroidery machine. I keep forgetting. To see if that'll fix the problem with my other embroidery machine. What are you doing, Violet? so entertaining. I know. And then I am going to take a scrap piece of fabric and just sew. Making sure everything was working good and get any extra oil out. Violet, what are you doing? Quit sniffing. Quit investigating stuff. Let's see, I think I need to go back over this one another time. Why don't you guys play with each other? Entertain each other. So you don't get into trouble, huh? Daisy said trouble? I would never. Daisy decided to get, I opened a new thing of creamer today, and you know the like aluminum seal that's on top of it that you peel off. I left that on the counter, and she decided to put her paws up on the counter and take the aluminum seal off the counter, and I just hear this like scraping across the floor, and I knew immediately when I heard that sound what it was. And yeah, sure enough, she had got it down and she was licking it across the floor. Luckily she didn't eat it. I'm sure she would have been fine, but I like run in there and she runs outside and just leaves the evidence. And I thought it had been Ridley, because I really had never seen her jump up on the counter. She has definitely got stuff off the counter because she's gotten like spoons and like spatulas, but it's been a while. I don't think she's done it while we've been here, at least that I remember. But Ridley will jump up on the counter just out of excitement, and you know, if we bring home something he thinks he has to investigate, and you can see the muddy paw prints, and he's the one that usually has muddy paws because he runs around. But it's really hard to tell because they both have the same size paws, so it's not like, oh, these paw prints are really big, so they must be Obi's. But we have like a doggy cam so that we can check on them while we're gone. But we don't have the recording service that you can pay for. But we're thinking of like getting that. I think it's like $3 a month. Just so we can look back and see like, okay, who did it? Not that we can really discipline them, because it's too late to discipline. They've kind of already forgot what they've done. But it would be nice to know, and then if, of course, if they get into something bad, we can know which one of them, like, is gonna get sick, potentially. But we usually make sure to put everything up, like, also, here's one Toothless hat. Done, need the face. We put everything, like, potentially dangerous, hazardous, like, the onions are up high and far away. The trash now is put away in the closet. Medicine of any kind goes, like, in the bathroom and gets, you know, behind closed doors. Because Daisy did get Joey's thyroid medicine one time when she was a little puppy, and I freaked out. I didn't know what was going to happen. She ended up being fine. I made her throw it up. Quit, Violet. But if for any reason they do get into something, it would be nice to know that way. See, this one doesn't seem to have been cut down as far, so I want to make sure. I guess as long as they're attached to the same hat. Okay, I do about like 2.5 inches. I saw a thing where people putting up their Christmas tree and not putting anything on it for like a couple of weeks so that their toddler will kind of forget about it. And I think that that's very smart for animals as well. Because I am kind of nervous since our dogs have been getting into stuff. Which we used to put them in the crate, but since we got a doggy door, we've been not crating them because they've been doing pretty good. And then I think they just have got too big for their britches. So they think they can just do whatever now. Right now, though, since Violet's here, though, they go in their crates. But I'm like, do we put up the Christmas tree and then not put any ornaments on it in hopes that they'll, like, not care? But I think it's a little different with kids because kids will actually forget that it's a new thing. Dogs, I think, will be a little different because honestly, they'll get bored and investigate again and go find something to do. All the puppies are in here. Hello. The parade of puppies is here. You guys see him? See him over there, just staring at me, giving me the side eye. He was whining at me earlier because he wants his ball out of the closet, But I don't know why he thinks that he's gonna get to play with it, because Daisy just steals it. And then because Violet's here, I'm like, no, I don't want to try to start anything. Because I don't think they would get into a fight with Violet, but they would get into a fight with each other because of Violet. And I'm not trying to break up a dog fight while, like, being pregnant. If I wasn't pregnant, I wouldn't mind. Well, you know, we've done it before. And it's not a terrible dog fight. It's just mostly warnings. I was talking to Joey on his lunch about an idea of how to rearrange the sewing room that I had that I think will work, because I want to try to move my gaming computer in here. And I think we can accomplish that by making like an E shape, like a capital E, instead of like an L, or, you know. It's hard to explain without showing you my whole room, but if I do it, I will let you guys know. And I will videotape it, because I think it would be a good video to kind of just rearrange my whole setup and sewing. But I think Joey's wanting to keep his computer in there. Or, well, he said if we move it, we just need to get a long Ethernet cord, which is kind of what we were thinking anyways when we were thinking about moving it out. But honestly, it can stay in there a little longer. But if that's the case, then to make more room for baby stuff, we can move that couch that's in there out of there. And move it in here so that we still have like a place for guests to sleep. Because right now we don't have room for like a changing table or anything in there yet. Alright, before I sew this whole hat together, I'm going to attach the pieces for these first. What are you guys working on right now while you're watching the live? Do you guys have any events this weekend? Because I would be kind of surprised, because it's, you know, Thanksgiving weekend. But I guess Black Friday. But also people might be more going to in-store places if they're doing Black Friday deals. I wouldn't think about a convention having Black Friday deals. Playing a game? Nice. What game are you playing, if you don't mind sharing? I'm looking for some new games. Even though Joey just got some Pokemon games that he's been missing from his collection and he wants to play through them. So we'll probably be playing those for a little bit. I still haven't finished the other one we were playing. Sun and Moon, I think. Web fishing. Nice. We played a VR fishing game at MatsuriCon, and it was pretty fun. I couldn't figure out part. It wasn't the casting, but like reeling in, you could do something differently to reel it in faster. I couldn't figure that out. But it was pretty fun. I liked it. Okay, I need to keep these separated so I make sure to attach it with the right piece. Because we do officially have left sides and right sides. Joey and I got Farming Simulator, and I think it was free, like a free download. But I accidentally skipped the tutorial, and I have no idea what to do. And I can't find anywhere to like replay the tutorial. And I could probably just look up a video on like how to play it, but I kind of was like into it, and then when I skipped the tutorial, I got overwhelmed at all the options, and then I was like, I don't think I want to play this anymore. Alright, all those are pinned together, so now we can attach these two pieces and make it one. I'm hoping... Oh, it's almost 4 already? Oh, never mind. I was hoping that you guys would be able to see this finished. I was like, oh, only, you know, almost 3 hours in. We'll be fine. But then I looked at the clock. Because we'll get these sewn up in like 10 minutes. But then I have to hot glue the eyes on and then sew the eyes on. And luckily it's just eyes, it's not like nose or anything. But doing that for 3 hats, it's gonna take a little time. But it'll be close. I think we can have the finished product before we're done. And I'll try to remember, oh, you know what? I'll just go ahead and set this. I'll try to remember to plug my hot glue gun in as soon as we're getting ready to move on to that part so that it's not taking too long to warm up. I'm sure you guys already know this, but reminder, if you're wanting to support a small business and like you find them on Etsy, check to see if they have their own website first, because sometimes, like for me, I price my stuff cheaper on my website in hopes that people will go and buy from my website. So one, you can already be saving money that way, and they're not going to get hit with as many like fees. But also a good thing, like you might know that, but a good thing is to remind family and stuff too, if you know that they're going to be shopping, or if they like to get stuff off Etsy or look on Etsy, remind them of that. I wish sorry, I just inhaled, I think. Fuzz. I wish I could buy more from small businesses for Christmas, but the people I'm usually buying for are family, and none of my family members are the nerdy type, really, except for, you know, Joey and then his sister and her husband, and Bethany. So I usually try to do their Christmas shopping when I'm at conventions. So that's what I'm gonna be on the lookout for GalaxyCon. And sometimes I make them like cute little plushies. My mom got me this cute little shirt that says "From Fur Mama to Baby Mama," and I love it. I wore it part of the day yesterday. And then I think I'll wear it tomorrow. But I really was like, do I wear this to Thanksgiving? But I have a couple of dresses that I'm thinking about wearing. Or wearing one of them. I missed this part right here. I didn't catch it, so I need to... It's easier sometimes just to hand sew. Then trying to recatch the seam. This is why we check our seams. All right, hat number 3. We're gonna sew it up. Whoops. Just punched my machine. Welcome back, puppies. Ow. So when I get this one sewed up, that's when I need to plug in my hot glue gun and then start getting... Oh, but you know what? I don't have the white of the eyes sewn on yet. So maybe not. Maybe once I sew the white of the eyes on. Speaking of like web fishing, do you guys have a favorite game that you can fish in that's not a fishing game technically, like, you know, Animal Crossing, Stardew, where you really like the fishing mechanics? Because I really like Animal Crossing fishing mechanics, but I don't like Stardew Valley's ones. And then I don't know if you guys have played Palia. It's pretty cute. And the fishing in it is pretty nice. Even though I think I was trying to play it like the fishing in Animal Crossing. And like for Animal Crossing, it tries to take it a few times, and then when it goes under, then it is when you want to like reel it in. But for Palia, I don't think that's the case. I think it's a little different. Okay. Now we get the eyes back. We need to cut out some little white circles. Alright, and then I need to clean up these white parts a little bit, but we'll do that in just a minute. And change to white thread. Oh, my black was almost out. Why you keep sniffing? What are you doing? What are you doing down there? She's really good at sniffing out like spiders, and so her constantly like investigating my room makes me nervous. I'm like, quit, it's winter time, or almost winter time, and we haven't seen a spider in a while. Please don't tell me they're here. We had someone, because like at the beginning of the summer, it got really bad. I think all the spiders were coming out because it was getting warm, and called a spraying service, and they came one time And then they tried to set up for another time, and I wasn't gonna be home. Or I think it took them like a month before I had to like call and schedule the next one. And then the day that they picked, I wasn't gonna be home. So I just canceled it, and I called back to reschedule, and their like lady was out of the office that does the scheduling. So I was like, okay, I'll call back. So then I called back, and they didn't have anything for that week, I think. So I had to wait, and they were just gonna set something up, and never heard back from them again. And then when they did, it's like a month later, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna, they send a text, and it's like, we'll be at your house this day at this time. And I'm like, no, I work that time. I will not be home. So then lately, they text me once a month. They don't even text. I guess, that makes sense. They, want me to call and schedule if I want one that month. But I'm just like, no, I'm kind of like done. And then they hadn't messaged me since September. And they just texted me out of the blue Sunday saying they were going to show up Monday. And I could have been there, but I was just like, no. No, we'll wait till summer of next year now. It's fine. Alright, we got one more set of eyes. So we're going to go ahead and plug up the hot glue gun and get it going. Where are you going? Maybe I should let it outside. Come on, you got potty? Sorry, I went to the bathroom too. I was letting them outside. Try not to forget her out there. And then hopefully she doesn't make me have to go out there and get her again. But it is getting colder out there, so I'm sure she's not going to want to stay out there too long. But she doesn't use the doggy door, and then all the other dogs come inside and like just leave her out there by herself. Alright, eyes are done. So we're gonna break out the mannequin head. If I can find it. No, it keeps falling further. Sorry. Alright. And then what I like to do for this is just glue the eyes on a little bit and then sew the rest of the eye on. So this is just to make sure that they stay in place, because pinning doesn't usually work just because through the thickness everything tends to move. So what I found that works best is just finding where I want them and then hot gluing kind of like right through the middle. And this is really nice because I'm not getting any extra like on the sides, because sometimes with hot glue it can like smear, and especially on black fabric it can really show if you get hot glue in a place that doesn't need hot glue. And then just a little on the bottom so that it doesn't get tilted. And this one we can set aside. 420, blaze it. You good over there, Obers? Okay, bye. Yeah, I put Umbreon in the thumbnail first because that's the first hat that I found. But then I was able to upload one from my phone. I was like, okay, we'll do How to Train Your Dragon. Actual photo. And there's hat number 2 we can set aside. Whoops. Oh my gosh, let me go get this dog. They're all barking, but hers is like right beside the door. And it's so high pitched, which means she should be ready to come in. Come on. Alright, go lay down. What? She said nope. So I reached out to some places to do kind of just to put my stuff in their stores basically and see if they're interested. And I had one person message me back that said so and so should be getting back to me at some point, and I assume that it's the guy that I talked to at the convention, but I haven't heard anything. And that was I think that was last Friday? Yeah. So it could, you know, there's still a chance, but I don't know, I feel like they would have reached out by now. There's still one that I want to check out that's closer. And I want to go in person and talk to them. But I did see that they're going to be closed this Saturday. But they're going to be open on Thanksgiving, which I think is interesting. But maybe it's kind of like for people that don't have a place to go. Because it's like a card shop and they play like Magic and stuff. So maybe it's for like people that don't have anywhere to go on Thanksgiving. Maybe that's why they're going to be open. And maybe they're like doing something. Is my thought process, which I think is really cool if that's what they're doing. Alright, now we're going to switch to lime green. And I like to do the bobbin the color of the hat. Unless it's like really crazy color. But I'm out of black bobbin, so I'm gonna wind some black bobbin first. And we just have to sew these eyes on, and we're all done with 3 toothless hats in a little over 3 hours. Not bad. Of course, this doesn't include cutting time. I always debated like sewing these eyes on because I just felt like it didn't save me much time, but it really does, because the time it takes me to get every little corner glued down, because I don't like it when there's like part that like flaps up or anything. Like, this is definitely faster than hot gluing. And then like my main concern was that the eyes would like be crooked, but that's where I hot glue down first so that that doesn't happen, and that really makes a difference. And then usually just this part right here that doesn't, I don't go over it in the lime thread because it would look funny, but I don't want to change to black thread either, because that would be like, then I'm losing time. So I just make sure that that part's hot glued down good. But the eye's not going to go anywhere. And we just want to make sure that it is on straight. Joey sent off some Pokemon cards to get graded, so we're excited to see if anything comes back good. It was more of just wanting to send some off, because it's something that he's been wanting to do forever. So we're going in with low expectations, and it's more of just a childhood fulfillment. All right, there's one hat done. Looking good. I can't even see my screen because of the pile of other toothless hats in the way, but there's one. Home stretch, home stretch. My very first Toothless hat, I put like little scales, they were kind of like sparkly, on his forehead. But then I realized that they did not show up whatsoever, so it was kind of like a waste. So I scratched that. Oh, what over dober? What is it in your hard life? And I'm just going over this one with a little bit more hot glue because I didn't get top of this very good the first time I was hot gluing. But this is hat number 2. Yeah, hat number 2. And last one for the stream. My next vlog on Friday will be OmniCon. That's the one that was on Tennessee Tech campus. And it's really good. I hope you guys check it out. It comes out on Friday around like noon Central Time. And again, if you're interested in a Toothless hat, check out linearoundsewing.com. There's also a lot of other stuff on there if you're interested. Not sure what my next vlog will be. I guess it'll probably be GalaxyCon prep, and then the one after that will be GalaxyCon. But I'm almost tempted to space the GalaxyCon video out just a little bit because that will be my last Artist Alley vlog until March. And even then, if I have one in March, because Tia is going to sell for me. So I'm sure I could get her to vlog, but I don't Oh man, I just unthreaded that. I don't want to ask too much of her because she's already going to be selling for me. But, I mean, it might be just clips of whatever she decides to film. And of course, there'll be videos of me prepping for MegaCon, but I won't be there. And then Lexington, if I'm there, might have a vlog. But it might have to be some tutorials going on. So if there's anything that you guys would like to see me make, let me know. Send it in chat. Drop it in the comments on any of my videos. I'll see it. I do want to finish the Animal Crossing line. I have the bell bag. Did I do Fossil? I don't know if I ever released the Fossil one. I think I doodled it up to have it to share, but I don't know if I've shared it. And then also Leaf and Pitfall Seed. All right, and here's hat number 3. We got them all done. Yay! So I will be shipping those out. Man, plug my hot glue gun before I forget. I'll be shipping those out. 2 of them. One of them is going to GalaxyCon Columbus. And let's see who bought Toothless hat. Rosa in Texas and Annalise in New Jersey. Thank you. So those will get shipped out. It looks like I'm also going to ship out a dark green link hat tomorrow as well. But thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. I appreciate you guys so much. It really helps. If you don't mind to hit the thumbs up button, the like button, that helps me tremendously. We're almost about to get our second paycheck from YouTube, so that will really help for the holiday season. And hopefully I can really push, since I'm not going to have a lot of convention, like I'll have a lot of convention prep, but not a lot of conventions. Hopefully I can really push the YouTube channel so that we can get some content that can help circulate some money. Circulate's not the right word, but get some revenue in when I'm in my postpartum and like during the 3rd trimester of pregnancy. Hopefully YouTube can really help there. So if you guys wouldn't mind to like those videos, and I appreciate you guys so much for coming to the live. It really means a lot, and for chatting with me. And yeah, so I told you about the vlog going up on Friday, and as of right now, I don't have anything to share about Black Friday deals or anything. You guys would be the first to know. My Discord would be the first to know. So if anything, I might post some stickers that haven't been on my website before, but that's about it. So thank you guys so much. I hope you had a great time and have a good Thanksgiving. Eat lots of food. And I'll see you guys next Thursday. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye bye.